And it's live. Good morning, all. Good evening, and can't forget, good afternoon. Or should I say, buenas tardes to all of you, wherever you may be in the world. And yeah, it's just I thought I'll do this morning and not just dissect the City game, but just also to talk about where we go from here and basically yeah, I've got four legends on, and got to introduce the silver one. How are you, man?
I'm okay. It's been a couple of days now, so yeah, it's not as painful as it was a couple of days ago. But yeah, I'm sure this is going to help. Got some great company here with us.
Oh, 100%, yeah, 100%, 100%. And we've got geeks as well. How you doing?
Hey Brent, yeah, I'm like the silver one. I'm doing better. It's now kind of my mind's focused on as many goals as possible. But thank you for the invite and big up the rest of the panel. We've got some great gooners here.
Always, always, always. You're always welcome. I know
Thank you,
that
Brent.
there's been times where I've sent links where you've missed them. You've probably been like
Yeah,
working, or you've been out shopping, or you've been playing on the PlayStation. But I get it. It's all right, man. It's cool. It's cool. I like PlayStation too. So it's
yeah,
not too bad.
absolutely.
And we've got and my guy, the Aussie Gooner, is back in the house. About 6 weeks ago, was hadn't shown up, and now he's becoming a regular, and I'm always pleased to have him on. How are you? How are you, Steve-O?
Oh man, still kicking, still kicking. There's not much more I can do. Kick and punch and scream, and a bit of this, a bit of that. You know how it is. Hope you guys are all doing well.
No, big up to you, big up to you, and another brother of mine as well. All brothers on here, but we've got the one and only Arsenal above all, Michael. How are you, my friend?
Thanks, Brady. Thanks, I'm good, man. Thank you for the invite. I had to jump on. I'm off today, so I had to jump on.
Yeah.
The missus has given me a list of stuff to do, but I parked it. I'm going to talk to you
Okay.
guys first about Arsenal.
Oh,
It's
right.
great
So
to be
that's on the first to do.
Yeah, that's on the first to do. Yeah, so I had to jump on with Tony. Tony, a pleasure to be on the show with you finally, and also yourself, Aussie Gooner, Steve. Great to be on with yourself as well, man. I'd love to have you guys on my show, and obviously Nick as well. So, it's a pleasure to chat to you guys. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, no, same here. I've got all the time in the world, as Louis Armstrong said. So yeah, this was early on. Oh dear. Oh.
I just couldn't help myself.
Who said that? Oh yeah, big up to you, geeks, man. Thank you for this.
I
Man.
know, I was shocking.
Yeah.
It's the most handsome one's not even on the screen. It's not even camera. What's going on here?
Listen,
What's going on with that? Yeah, what's happening there?
I think he's
no,
doing
let me tell you something now, right? Yeah, geeks are right about this because we're more handsome than Arteta is. I know you lot love his handsome
I've
self.
got the curlers in,
Not-
and that's why I haven't got the camera on. I've got the curlers in, boys.
Oh, okay. All right, Nick. All right, guys. We know where we're at, guys. Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, thank you. Please, indeed.
Big
I
up,
appreciate that.
big up,
Always,
big up.
Nick. Always. You know what I mean? We got AFC 777. Yeah, big up, man. Big up to you, my man. Got Brenny, the panel and the chat. Like and share, subscribe. Thank you very much. And we've got this legendary Liverpool fan. You know what? Please sub
Big up, Chris.
to the only Chris Wolf. Please sub to this guy.
Probably the only Liverpool fan I like.
True, yeah. Hardcore. He's a Liverpool fan. Hardcore Carlisle fan. You're all in the playoffs, aren't you? So yeah. Good luck there.
You even done the trip out to Truro. Crazy.
Yeah, that long
That's
trip.
mental.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh man. Do you know what? On that coach journey, because Chris told me about that, right? And the coach journey was so long, we talked like 13 hours. That is more than. Do you remember when we were kids? Ian Botham used to do these long walks. Michael, you may remember this, where he went from John O'Groats to Land's End.
Yeah.
This batters it. This batters it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's absolutely
13 hours. That was longer than Tottenham was in the cup. I mean, that's crazy.
Oh gosh, I'll tell you what, the way Spurs are going, the way Spurs are going, they'll probably face Truro in the league in about 3 years.
That's how long they're going to stay in the Championship. That's the question, isn't it? Can you survive? Can you imagine a relegation battle next season? They're about to get relegated from the Championship. I'm telling you, I am going to tune into that one. I will pay.
The big North London derby, Wealdstone versus Tottenham Hotspur.
What about mind you, Barnet as well? That would probably be, As well.
Can I just say though, I do want to say thank you to Tottenham, because it is like, even in our darkest days of possibly coming short, they've gone out of their way to find themselves in a relegation battle just to cheer us up. So thank you, Tottenham, for thinking of our well-being and lifting the Gooner spirits. So thank you, boys.
They find a way. They somehow always find a way to, brighten up our season. You know what I mean? Like,
gift
I
that
don't know
keeps
how
on
they do
giving.
it. I mean, imagine like about Tottenham. I'd like you. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? It's mad.
Yeah, I think Aussie's going to go in, and rightly so. Yeah, I'll tell you, and 45 yeah. Sorry, man. Sorry, we was in Caribbean time there. You know what I mean? That's why I'm normally punctual. So yeah, sorry about that. I wouldn't say Arteta's answer, but okay, yeah, exactly. AFC 87 always in the house as well. K panel, big up. No, big up to you, man. As always, thank you for your support, man. Appreciate it. Tottenham have more points in April than Arsenal. That's how bad Arteta is.
Oh gosh.
I mean, that's like ouch. It's true though.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what. I don't know what it is about us in April. We never used to have that. Do you remember years ago, guys? We used to have. It was under Wenger. Not so much. It was November. It was November. Yeah.
November. Yeah, it's back in November.
They were our balance. And even in Wenger's later years, November was just like a distant memory. You know what I mean? But I remember in his earlies, we did struggle in November. But there were times where we had a lot of draws. And I think I was worried one time we had Tottenham in November at White Hart Lane, and we beat them 5-4. And I mean, that was a crazy game of football. I mean, it was good for the neutrals, but not for our defending. No way.
No.
Yeah.
No way.
April was always, for me, April was always known as the month of Overmars.
Yeah, exactly that. And he still, in his 3 seasons at Arsenal, even though he only won the title once, he still performed to a high standard in April, and then and May, or would finish the season strong, But yeah, did you bring vitamins, guys?
Meanwhile, we got these fuckwits right now wearing the bloody shirt. Can't put a performance in for fucking Bournemouth. We're talking. We were talking Pires, we were talking Henry, and here I am with a bunch of fuckwits who can't beat Bournemouth, who can't play out of a press from fucking Bournemouth. A team, and you know what pissed me off? Sorry, guys, I know I'm going off a bit because it's been holding this in. This is a team that all it does is press. That's what they do. They put teams under pressure. It's nothing fucking new. And the moron that is our fucking manager doesn't tell his goalkeeper to send his players forward and stop playing out from the back. No, keep doing what you're fucking doing. Yeah. Like, seriously.
Did it on Sunday, though, didn't he?
Fuck me, yeah.
Yeah, he did on Sunday, right. But after Rayo almost chucked it in.
Yeah, well, fuck. Raya's fucking... He should have copped at least 3 goals in the last few games because he's playing out from the back so much. You got to understand, there's a little bit more. The goalkeeper doesn't have to play it out from the back. Once upon a time, you know what the goalkeeper used to do? He used to send it. Yeah? Remember those days. Those are his days too.
Yeah.
Don't be so one-dimensional. We play out from the back. Oh, so you're just going to do that? I'm just going to press the fucking daylights out of you.
Every team does it, and I think this is what's made the Premier League boring. I think it's because every team is literally playing from the back.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest problem.
It just
Silver, there was a period, right? There was a period in that game where we were doing all of these sideways passes in defence, and it was going around Raya in the defence and all the rest of it, and then all of a sudden we go through all of that stress, and we're retreating, and we lump it forward to nobody.
Yeah.
No point in all of the passes that you've done around the back for like the last 3-4 minutes, putting each other under stress. And why? There just seems to be a lack of focus and direction.
Because you know what his issue is. Arteta played 8. He was an 8-6, right? If people understand what I mean by 8-6, so he's an 8 but really a 6.
Yeah.
So he played 8-6, right? He loved to hold the midfield up, slow it down. He'd like to protect his defenders. Yeah, he'd go forward outside the box. That's Arteta. He doesn't like wingers. He doesn't. He's got no respect for the 10. No respect whatsoever for the 10. And the striker, well, he's just a lamppost. Now, if you look at our lineup, I'm not saying everyone talks Gyökeres this, Gyökeres that. If I had prime Aubameyang in this squad, he would struggle because Aubameyang and Gyökeres are the same fucking player. One's black, one's white. The difference is, right, one's a little bit younger, one's a little bit older. But both of them like the ball to fall at their feet so they can break. That's what they like. Ball falls at their feet and watch them run and watch them take on players. That's not how we play. So Martinelli, this poor fucking prick, who finally gets a bloody ball and he's running down the line, is the kind of player that should be cutting in. But his manager's not telling him to cut in. Never tells him to cut in. Play it wide, play it wide. He's not playing to play his strengths is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. He's not. He's got Gyökeres trying to turn him into fucking Giroud. Yeah. He's got Martinelli, right, who's just trying to turn into a fucking number 8. And he's got Bukayo Saka, who he loves to overplay. But what does he like? He likes the technical side of Bukayo Saka, where he takes on a player, turns him in and out, has to work overtime to put the ball into the box. But we're going to play slow and we're going to hold on to the ball. Play slow and hold on to the ball, that's great. But you've got to have tactical players. Players that can hold up the ball and play through. Martin Odegaard is a fucking 8. Get it through your thick fucking skull, you dumb fuck. You fucking dumb fuck. I've been calling him a number 8 forever. And funnily enough, you stupid fucking prick, he wears the number 8. If that doesn't fucking tell you something, Eze comes in, he goes, I'll wear the number 10 because guess what fucking position I play, you fucking stupid fucking prick. It's fucking simple. It's simple. It's football. It's fucking football. It doesn't take a fucking genius to know that Declan Rice is a 6 and you're trying to turn him into a fucking 8. Just like fucking Arsene Wenger tried to turn Xhaka into a 6 and he was a fucking 8. And Zubimendi, he's a 6. I could fucking send him into the fucking top tiers if I ran into him. Number 8, number 6, he's nothing. I can run him over. You got Zubimendi. He's a decent player. But in certain teams, in certain games, you can't have him against teams that are tough and strong. You got Norgard. Put him fucking on and let fucking Declan Rice play 8. But no, we can't do that because we got to fucking start Odegaard, who, to me, right now, weighs as much as his fucking keyring. Tell me if he doesn't look like he hasn't eaten a fucking meal in fucking 3 months.
Yeah, spot on.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm losing my shit.
But no,
because football is not difficult.
There's so many signings shoehorned in.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah, he keeps doing it. He always does
keeps doing it. It's utility men that aren't a specialist in any particular area that have found their way into like Kai Havertz. We're all going, well, what is he? And
he didn't know in Chelsea.
No, but then this is what he keeps doing. He keeps acquiring players because he wants this Swiss Army knife of a player. But there's an old saying here, you can be the jack of all trades and the master of none. And I think there are certain positions you have to respect where you've got to put specialists in certain areas. You hear Henry talk about a winger. He says, show me that you're a good winger by taking on your man, dribbling beyond him and all the rest of it. That's not that's not what Arteta wants. He doesn't want that. So then every winger looks awful in this bloody system apart from Saka.
Yeah.
And it's got to stop shoehorning these bits. And the other thing, sorry boys, just on that.
Yeah.
We're getting into silly season with the transfer rumours, right? And we're going to be looking forward and all the rest of it for it pretty damn soon. I don't want any more failed players from other teams. I want to buy the players that the teams don't want to sell. I don't want your bloody hand-me-downs and your cast-me-offs, your Diaz's, whatever. Keep them. I want your cream of the crop to come to Arsenal to move us to that next level, not the guy that's bloody limped over or not getting into your team.
Yeah, but this is the same fucking prick who decided in his infinite fucking wisdom that he had to have Havertz. And we all know the story behind that. He had to have him. You got him now, and you can't make a player out of him. You had to have Jesus. And what now, motherfucker? And what now?
Does anyone know what Havertz actually is?
But Havertz didn't know even at Chelsea. So at Chelsea, no one knew what he was. Then he come to Arsenal, and this stupid prick who couldn't figure out, a basic fucking 1+1 sort of fucking, question, thought, I'm going to bring Havertz in. He's going to play 9. Are you telling me Havertz is going to play 9 like Declan Rice is going to play 8?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that right? Is that right now? Is that what we're doing? Really? Is that what we're doing, motherfucker? Is that what we're doing? And Madueke, the guy you really rate, who you took off after 50 fucking minutes against City, huh? He was supposed to be the backup for fucking Saka. Cool story. Yeah. Eze, the one you didn't want. He's been backup for fucking Saka, and he's been backup for fucking Martinelli and Trossard, and for fucking Odegaard. Yeah,
Eze
here's a question, guys. Here's another one
on the left-hand side.
Understandable.
I never ever wanted him there. Never wanted him there.
No, but you see the problem you have here. The problem you have is you spend $1 billion. You spend the fucking $1 billion. Yeah, easy money to spend. Very easy, real quick, nice and sharp. But Bukayo Saka, you burnt him out. Guys, everyone watching this back, Bukayo Saka's gone. He's gone. You understand? As soon as I saw that injury, he's done. Finished. That ship has fucking sailed. He'll never come back to the player he was.
By the way, he was faking injury, remember, for England. Faking injury.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
right, exactly right. He's done. He'll play 10. The best he'll ever play is 10.
Yeah.
He'll never play the wing again.
That's what I said. That's what we said yesterday. Myself and Michael.
Yeah. It's fucking horrible. So now we got to figure out who's going to play 7 and 11. Because you ain't got a 7, you ain't got an 11. You've got a 9. One of them, you got one striker in Gyökeres. Fucking one. And you spent $1 billion. And you spent a fucking $1 billion.
Yeah.
Tell me who the CDM is. If it's not fucking Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Tell me who the CDM is.
But then he's got a collection of 10s that he doesn't bloody use. Like, if you're saying Saka's going to become...
Wanyeri, you can't use him. It's against his religion.
Well, there we go.
It's against his religion, mate. He's going to go to hell.
But we don't use 10s. We don't play centrally.
Yeah.
No, that's it. We never attacked to the middle.
This is what gets me. He was a midfielder himself. He doesn't know what his midfielders are. Exactly. We've got Mars Skelly. He keeps playing at left back. We all know he's a centre midfielder. Never played him there. Never.
Yeah.
Zubimendi, I mean, I think he's a good player. I like him. But I don't think he even knows what position he's playing in.
He's not a 6.
Zubimendi, I don't think he's in the right team. He needs to be at a team where he's got a free role. You ain't going to get a free role at Arsenal. Like, not a chance.
Yeah, he needs to be a roaming 6. Like Rodri.
Listen, guys. Just I want to say, guys, I'm sounding like Arteta now. But you all make great, valid points and everything else, and we'll obviously all five of us will have a free fall as the stream goes on. But I want to get Michael's 2 cents worth in this, because what you've all said, great, fantastic points. Agree with everything that's been said, but with regards to players, right? And I'm going to ask Michael, then it will go all the way around to the rest of you. This is important. Do you feel that with the manager, because I've noticed this for years, do you think when we're talking about players who are squad players and they're not 11s, and that's what we seem to keep buying, do you feel the reason why we do this is because it's a case of, okay, let's get a centre half in, but he cannot be better than Saliba or Gabriel, or let's get a right-sided midfielder in because we don't want to be as good as Saka, or let's get a left-sided player because we don't want to be as good as Martinelli or Trossard. And do you think, Michael, that is the case? Same with Madueke, where we could have gone out and got, no disrespect to Madueke because he's a speed merchant, in my opinion, but we feel we could have just got a.
We lost him.
Oh, is he gone?
He's gone. Oh shit! Arteta's been watching. You fucking prick.
Arteta's watching, isn't he? He's playing with his internet. He's giving it all that.
You can fuck Brenny's internet, but you can't fuck City, can you? You fucking prick.
Mike, take it away.
Yeah, I'll answer the question. I think it boils down to him being selectively ruthless. You know, there's certain players that he won't replace, but there's certain players that he can replace. Obviously, you've seen that with Ramsdale and Raya. You know, there's I just think that his favoritism is gonna be his downfall. It's gonna be the reason why he's gonna lose his job, because he's backed it up. He's put it all on Kai Havertz, about how great he is and everything like that. Everyone else has been saying it in the socials as well, which has been so annoying to see. Every time I think I'm over it, I go back on the timeline, and you've got people writing essays about how great Havertz has been and he's done all of this and that. Oh, it's okay, he missed some big chances. He did this, and that, and I'm thinking, what are we talking about here? What are people actually doing here? So for me, it's I just think he doesn't like to get certain individuals in where they're going to maybe challenge him a little bit. He's got rid of obviously Aubameyang. He's got rid of a lot of players who may have had a little bit of back and forth with him. I personally think that Declan Rice is one of those people who would actually speak his mind and say what he said. And I think them two have had a falling out, definitely over this course of the season. You can kind of see the body language, the way that they kind of embrace themselves, each other and stuff. I think Yorkeris is another one as well, who's pretty much, he says what he feels. He doesn't hold it back. And I just think he likes these people who, he can put his arm around, like your Havertz, like your Odegaard, and I think they are a reflection of him. They're a reflection of what he is as a manager and what he wants on the pitch. And Zubimendi is another one, because he's waited for him for 2 years, and he's brought him in. He's played the guy he's run into the ground when we all know that he shouldn't have been. He should have been, eased through, his first season outside of Spain, his first season in his career without a winter break. But no, this guy's played the most minutes of anyone, in the Premier League. It's just crazy. Why don't you play Norgard, who is a proven Premier League player, who was a captain for a decent Premier League side? Why are you just totally closing this guy out? So I think it's a combination of things, Brent. I think he wants his favourites, he's happy to dig out certain people, publicly. He'll actually drop them by name. Like you look at all the press conferences he's had after the game. He's not mentioned Kai Havertz once by name with the chances he's missed. But when it was Eze or when it was Martinelli, he happily throws their names out. Oh, Eze should have scored that chance. That was a big chance. Martinelli should have scored that chance. That was a bit, But with Kai, for some reason, he wants to baby him. He wants to just pat him on the head and put his arm around. And again, I think that's going to be the reason why he's effectively going to end up losing his job, because of these type of players that he's brought in. They're not good enough. They're not good enough. And for me, whether it happens or not, if it doesn't happen, if we don't win anything, the good thing for me is that it's going to be the end of his time. There's no way anyone could sit down and say, "Oh, you know what? You've chucked everything away again. We've finished empty-handed. We haven't done anything in April again. 4 seasons in a row. Oh, we're going to give you another 3 years, Mikel." No one in their right mind can sit down and think that's a sensible thing to do. So for me, if it doesn't work out and we end up losing it, he's got to go. So that's the positive I'm clinging on to, in the summer, mate. But yeah, sorry, I didn't know what the rest of your question was going to be because we lost you. So,
Mike,
that was just more or less that. Yeah.
Sorry, so what was that, Toad?
What if he somehow fluke the Champions League? What are you doing with him then?
No, I would. There would have to be. The thing is, there's a lot of. Yes, it'd be great if we won it, but I can see. I think whatever happens, whether we win something or not, there's going to be a massive fall off with the players. I think it'd be a little bit of a repeat of what happened with Liverpool. They go to the top of the mountain, and they can sort of breathe and relax. And I think because we've been so close for the 4 years, 4 years, second places. I think whatever happens, the players are just going to not listen to him anymore. And I think we could find ourselves in a situation where we get to December and we could be 10 points off of it. You know, we can't be looking that good. You know, and I think because of his track record, the way that he's managed the squad, the fitness of the players, the style of play, there's lots against him. You know, in terms of, you know, well, this is your track record, mate. So you've got to change that. You've got to fix up the squad management. You've got to fix up your footballing philosophy. It's got to be better than what you've done. And if he doesn't, then he's probably got another maybe he's got till Christmas if he wins the Champions League, I'd say. But I can see a bit of a collapse whether we win or not, because I think the players are just, you can kind of see it. A lot of them are checked out. A lot of them aren't listening to him anymore, and they're fed up with it.
Yeah.
And for me, unless he goes out and he gets quality in, like, you know, let's say fingers crossed Alvarez and your likes of that, maybe they push us on a little bit. But look what Liverpool did. Everyone was giving Liverpool the title in the summer, weren't they? Because they did what people said that they should have done. But for me, if he wins it, he gets a stay of execution. But it will be probably till you know. Let's see how, if things change. Is the football better? Is the football better? Has the confidence of winning a big trophy made us play a little bit freer, and him become a little bit less unhinged on the touchline that he is at the moment? So a lot of factors. But for me, if I had to call it, I'd say no. You have to go to summer, mate. Yeah, I think.
Fair. Yeah,
I think that's it.
No, fairs. I mean, Silver one. What's your take on that as well?
I'm with Michael on this one. You know, say if he does win the Champions League, I mean, it's all context, isn't it? So let's say we lose a few more games. If you don't win, like, we need to take this title race to the end now, to the very end. That's what we can do. If we continue to capitulate, and if we still do win the Champions League, for me, he should go. He should still go. He should put his hands up. Go, right, I've done what I can. Here's your Champions League. I don't think I can do it. I can't do anything else in the league. I think it's time for me to go. I don't think he'll do that. He's a very stubborn individual. But I think the ownership needs to be ruthless. They need to go, right, you've won the Champions League. Thank you very much. You've brought us back to the promised land. Thank you very much. But in terms of the league, it's 4 years in a row now. We've crumbled in April every single year. It's obviously a mentality thing that he installs in the players. And again, it's the fact that he burns out the players like Saka, Zubimendi, etc., etc. So his management of the squad isn't very good. Let's be honest. And ultimately, that's what's killing us in the Premier League. So I'm with Michael here. I think you could go on. You could give it to December, but ideally, I think somehow we don't win the Premier League. He does have to go.
It's crazy. There's stuff coming out of him saying, Saka should be playing 70 games a season. You know, he's saying, you know, stuff like that. You know, top players should be playing a game every 3 days. You know, so, you know, I know it was a couple of years ago, but that was the mindset of him. He didn't care. He just wanted to break these players. He just wanted to run them into the ground. And look what's happened. Look what's happened to the guy.
There's a reason why Manchester City, and I'm going to use them as an example because they're a good example of. Pep has a squad. He has a squad of players. They have a dip in form sometimes, but he rotates all the time. So he keeps his players ready for that, you know, that important part of the season. They're running. Look at them now. Harden's not exactly, you know, Harden's not really doing much, but everybody else is. He's got Jerky playing. He's not played with him most of the season. He's starting him now. He's got O'Reilly who's coming out of nowhere, who's literally, you know, I mean, he's probably their best player, especially this half of the season. Because he rotates, he knows when to play certain players. And yes, there are some games that it cost him, but in that last stretch, he's got everybody available for that final push. Whereas Arteta's gone the other way, where he's been running these players into the ground at the first half of the season, and they're burning out. They're simply burning out now. So, you know, it's frustrating. When you see everybody else doing things the right way and we're doing things like that, it's really frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, Nick, what's your take on that? Echoing what the guys said.
I mean, let's face it. What Michael and Tony have said is absolutely spot on. I think this is the problem of having a junior manager. The title can't be lost in August, September, October. That's what he hasn't figured out. You know, it is about getting through those 3 months with good rotation, setting the rhythm of the squad to bloom later in the season. He hasn't worked that out yet. And this is the problem. And I think the quintessential problem with Arteta is, I would liken it to us lot getting in an F1 car. You ever seen an F1 steering wheel with all of that? We would look there, looking at this computer and going, what on earth is going on here? It's like when you're driving down the road. Do you take in all the street signs? No, you don't, because it's mental overload. There's so many now that you just don't take them in. Arteta is intent on trying to water saturated ground. He doesn't appreciate the human beings he's talking to. You know, that was one of the things that Wenger did extremely well. He gave the information, he allowed these players to go out and express themselves. As time moved on, that intricate blow by blow, I remember it being criticised at the end of his reign that he wasn't doing enough and players felt like they needed more instruction. But there is a balance between giving somebody endless amount of instruction Martinelli's running down that wing like he's trying to do an equation. Do you know what I mean? It's like football is natural, it's instinctive. It's why we love it. It can flow, and you think about the Wilshere goal. You know the goal when I say the Wilshere goal, when there was that lovely interchange of play. That was just players instinctively reacting to each other. And it flowed and it was beautiful. Yeah. We are capable of that as a club with this squad. And I just feel that if we win something, it's got to be the golden thank you and goodbye. Well done. You got there. Thanks for getting us there. Give him his flowers. You took us from the mud. You've regalvanized the club and now you finally landed something. But whether you win or not, this isn't sustainable. It's not sustainable for those human beings that represent us in red and white. And it needs fresh ideas. And the most important thing that we haven't said is how many of the top squads are going to invest their money well. Liverpool are going to go well and invest well again. United done amazing business last year on their forward line. They're going to strengthen their midfield and maybe in defence. But the most important thing about all of this is that the majority of the squads are going to have a fresh manager with fresh ideas that are going to galvanise them. We can't be the one off the back of a World Cup year. So you've got all of that fatigue, and it's going to be who's lucky with injuries, who manages their load, who rotates their squad off the back of a busy summer, the best, and have a galvanized squad that is all pushing in the same direction. I don't think that's Arteta, because he clings to about 14, 15 players. And we're just going to hit burnout again. And they're already redlined. We've squeezed every drop out of them. We need someone to come in and get this squad going again, and that's where I am with it.
Yeah, I hear you, mate. I hear you. And Steve-O, echoing what the guy said.
Pretty much, but to be honest, I'm a bit more ruthless. He lost to Bournemouth. He can go now. He can go now. Only reason I've got the shits is because if my team can't handle a press, and it wasn't even a full press, so don't give me that. If my manager can't see that the opposition is a high press team, doesn't even set up his boys to fucking counter it in any which way, he can go fucking now. Win the Champions League, win the Premier League, couldn't care less. Spade or spade. I'll give him credit when he's done good. I'm going to tell him when he's done bad. It's done now. It's over. I didn't give a fuck if we win the Prem. I didn't care if I win the Prem and the Champions League. Fuck off. I don't give a fuck. I'm done with him. I'm done. The reason why we're done is because Martin Odegaard as well just came out of injury. Who does he start against Manchester City?
I can believe it, yeah.
Huh? The biggest fucking fraud, number 10, puts him on. Oh, I got to have my captain. Why? Does he remind... do you see a bit of you in him? Maybe you see a bit of you in him, right? Where you should have been on the bench. Yeah. Well, when Arteta should have been on the bench and Wenger started him. So he's doing the same thing. He goes, oh, that's just me, blonde version. Yep, just as shit. Just as fucking shit. Just as fucking shit. And you start him. So you grab Eza, who's been doing great, take him out of position to fit in a fuckwit, and you can't set up your team properly to beat Bournemouth. Do you see where I'm going with this? Like, does it make some sort of retarded sense? So I think he's got to go, and I think anywhere he goes, he's fucked, and I'm happy that he'll be fucked, right? Because if he wants to sit there and overmanage the team, all right? Overmanage them, strangle the fucking wingers, completely strangle the wingers, destroy the midfield. So the 10, the 7, and 11 are completely fucking wrecked, right? You want to do that? Cool story. See you later.
Can I ask you guys a question? Would any of you substituted Eze at that moment in time?
Fuck no.
No way.
Fuck no. It would have been. It would have been.
No
it would have
way.
been. Oh my
Universal,
god.
right?
It would have been. It would have been. Oh my god. To see you later. Eze in the 10. You want to bring Trossard in by all fucking means. Bring him in. Put him on the left. But Eze goes back to where he's supposed to be, where he should have started. He should have been in the. He should have been in the 10 role. And why the fuck? Oh, Ethan Wanyeri needs minutes. I'm going to send him out on loan. No, fuck you, Ethan. You're an Arsenal player. I'll give you minutes.
Never agree
I'll
with
give
that.
you exactly. I'll give you minutes when I'm going to give you fucking minutes, right? It's not up to the player to dictate when he gets to play. Sit the fuck down. You'll play when I say you play. You're an Arsenal player. Oh, he needs minutes. I'm going to send him over. I'm going to send him over. No, fuck off. No, fuck off. No, that's fucking bullshit. Because the way I fucking see it is simple. We needed a fucking 10. Ethan was one of those players that you could have used in rotation. In rotation, you fucking fucktard. Yeah, so your little oh my god fucking midfielder didn't get injured. But no, you won't do that, will ya? This is the shit. This is what gets to me. He doesn't trust. He's like, you know what he is? He's in manager mode FIFA, where you get to play your starting line all the time and no one really gets injured.
Yeah.
That's what he's fucking doing. Oh, I'll bring up one of these juniors. It doesn't matter. Fuck me, bro. Get out of here. He's done. You know what, boys? The Cronkies are going to look at this and they're going to say, look, you know what? It's unacceptable. It's our gamble. He's got to go. And Berta is dying right now. Dying because he's probably got 3 or 4 names on a piece of paper right now. He's got a massive dossier, right? Where he's going, let's start at the beginning. I've got a story to tell, right? Yeah. Let me tell you guys a story of one season under fuckwit. Pipe down. This is a really good story. It doesn't end well, though. Just saying. Fuck me. Put that on Amazon Prime, you stupid pricks.
Well, well, listen, something has come up in the chat, quite an interesting one. I'm going to ask all of you from Nick, Michael, then to you, Steve-O, and then to Tony. But big up to them and Shafi in the chat, as well as Luke. Big up to them.
Big up, Luke.
Where is it? Luke, we're waiting for you, man. We're waiting for you, man. Get that laptop so you can come on streams on the regular, my friend. You know what I mean? Yeah. But listen, guys, I want to ask you all about this. This is interesting. Do we need to play Rice and Zubimendi every minute of the game?
No. That's what I said a little while ago.
We've been, I think, so all of us at some points of the season, even in chats or whatever, there's been loads of situations where you could have just went with Rice and then you could have went with an extra forward-thinking midfielder, in that midfield because we're especially at home.
Rice, Odegaard, Eze.
But especially at home, he tried that. Did he try it against? He tried it against West Ham, didn't he? And then, Odegaard got injured again, and then he brought Zubimendi on. But he could have done that. He could have just played Rice in 6, and he could have had Eze and Odegaard on the other side, either side, or Marino when he was fit at the time, and gave us an extra body in attack. And even on Sunday, we're chasing the game, and he's still got both of them on the pitch. He's still got both of them there. What are you doing? I would have, I would have even, I know you said take Odegaard off, keep Eze on, put Trossard on the left, and I would have taken off Martinelli again because he was absolutely dog shit. He was absolutely terrible, and I would have put Dalman on, and I would just said, look, kid, just go and have a run for 10 minutes, and just let O'Reilly think about some defending for a little bit, and then just see if he can win us something. But again, he's just these two every game. Rice and Zubimendi. You don't need to do it, and especially not now. Especially not now in the home games that we've got. You don't need to play both of them again. You don't. You can play Rice, and you can put an extra body in there.
I've got a feeling that he thinks that we can get more out of Rice attacking. So if we put him in the middle where he can do both, no. He's got great delivery, yes. He's got a great free kick, yes. But he can still do that from playing at a number 6. I would still
Playing long balls,
and then because I would put I'd take Zubimendi off altogether, to be honest, at this moment in time. And I would even try an MLS at where
left 8. Oh yeah,
I'd try that because he can carry
Tony,
take on players.
We've got Norgard on the bench. I'm sorry, last 20 minutes. Why can't he come on? And if you're intent in playing Rice or Zubi, push them further forward if you want, and let him screen the defence with fresh bloody legs. He's played 50 odd minutes.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just he has this thing where he has to play Rice and Zubimendi, and I don't think it works.
No.
I just don't think it works.
No, it doesn't. I mean,
and
Zubimendi though.
I mean, how many mistakes has Zubimendi made? In
the last 2 months. In the last 2 months. In the last 2 months.
Playing from the back, he's not confident to play from the back as well as Raya. They're not confident people. Maybe it's a Spanish thing, I don't know. But they're just not comfortable. If Rice was there instead of Zubimendi, I think he'd be a little bit more comfortable doing that. But Zubimendi, it scares me every time he has the ball. In that middle part of the pitch between the defenders, it frightens me, man, every time.
Yeah, he does. I mean, for me, I still say Zubimendi's not a 6. He's not a 6 in my eyes. And
I think he's a free flowing midfielder. I don't think he has a position.
Yeah, I mean, I know when he plays. I mean, to be honest, I rarely saw him play for Sociedad, so I cannot comment on that. But when I've seen him play for the national team, I've seen him like in an 8. You know what I mean? And
I think he's more of a box to box than Declan. Because Declan doesn't shoot.
Yes, I agree. Definitely with that. Yeah, spot on. Spot on.
Maybe swap him.
Swap him.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Why not try that? Why not try something like that against Newcastle on Saturday? Because one, you know what I mean. Because one thing Luke has said in the chat is that we need goals. We need goals. We need to start off half an hour. It cannot be 0-0 after half hour gone.
Yeah.
And then everyone will start getting nervous.
Yeah.
Everyone will start getting nervous. Fans, players. Yeah.
I think Rice has struggled because of Zubimendi, and I think when you look when he played with Partey, he knew he was safe in the knowledge that Partey's going to take.
He was so comfy, wasn't he? Yeah. Silver one. He was so comfy with Partey.
But with Zubimendi, got 5 games with nobody above 12. Go for it.
Yeah,
exactly.
We said on the show yesterday, didn't we, Brendan? We said, with the formation that what we do, and it would be playing, Rice, as a 6. Just put him in there. Just let him there because he looks like he's running on fumes anyway. He probably would like to be as a 6, just so he can just get the ball and pop it around and not have to do doggies all the time. And then play, and just do that and go on the front foot. And where we used to be, first 20 minutes of games, we used to just go fly at teams and stuff. But now we're not doing it. So if you don't do that, what's going to happen? You're going to get more pressure on yourself. If it's 0-0 after 20 minutes, if it's 0-0 after 40 minutes, you get pressure on yourselves. And, Nick's been saying it all season. We're putting all these minutes into players' legs and, mentally and physically because of this game state, where we're hanging into games, fine margin games all season long. Apart from 1 or 2 games, we should be putting teams on it and put them out of sight. And then after an hour, 70 minutes, you can take people out. We're not doing that. How many times have we been in a situation after 70 minutes where a game's been nice and easy? We can go and have a drink, get an early, probably 5 games this season. We've been in that situation where the game's done after 70 minutes. No, it's been like we've been 1-0 up, or it's been 0-0, or So I'll go for it. You have to go for it. You've got to score goals. You've got to win. But we know what this manager's going to do on Saturday. He's going to be right again, isn't it?
And the thing is, the goal difference is going to be important now, and that's the thing. It's just, it's so frustrating. I just want to go back on Zubimendi just quickly. I think what Arteta fails to realise, and I could probably include Gyökeres in this as well, is when you sign players from outside the Premier League is very, very what's the word? It's full on.
Physical and fast.
You got the League Cup, you got the FA Cup, you got Europe. Whereas where other federations look after their clubs, ours don't. It's very demanding, and we got to play at certain times because TV says we got to play this time. We got to play this time because we got Carabao Cup. There's an extra cup competition we got to play, and it's going to be too much for these new players coming in. And he fails to realise. keeps playing Zubimendi, and he's going to tire out, and he's tiring out now.
Spot on, Tony.
So this is another thing as well. He needs to bear this in mind when we do bring players in from outside the Premier League that they are going to struggle big time. And maybe
but also, Mark, our games from top to bottom are far more competitive. When do you ever get the bottom relegated team in La Liga or wherever taking points off of the top teams? Look at that run that Wolves did. You don't get that in the Bundesliga or Serie A or La Liga. It's so competitive. And it's not we play to 80 minutes and we're 2 goals up and everyone relax. We play to the 90th and beyond.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, definitely.
No, that's right. Spot on. Well, we've lost Sparkle, but as soon as he gets back in, we'll get him straight back in. But but like what Luke was saying here, I mean, I'd have taken Zubimendi off and put on either Dalman or Gyökeres. And I would have done that immediately after Haaland made the team 1. Yeah, because I thought Gyökeres, you know, so yeah.
The problem is, Luke, right, and Benny is we all know what we need to do. This manager doesn't. It just blows my mind. We're all saying the same thing. This plays to come off, but then he takes Eze off. I mean, come on, he's the one that comes closest. Like it just, we can say all these things, but he just doesn't do it. Yeah. He's playing to see.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what the best thing about it is? He's digging his own grave.
Absolutely.
He's digging his own grave. He's not Arsene Wenger. He hasn't got credit.
No.
Yeah, he's got nothing. So he's done 6 years. Look, I'm not saying anything. What he's done, to be perfectly honest, is he's galvanized us a little bit in regards to at least the fans are back in action. The team is stronger. We're not, we're doing better against the top half of the table now. Look, big up. Did he get it right with the players? Yeah, maybe he got it right. Maybe the players are toxic. Maybe all that. Maybe the job that you said Arsenal needed to do on the squad, you're 100% right. I agree with you. You're 100% right. The whole squad needed to be changed. But maybe you weren't the man to do it. You're the man to find the problem. That's the issue. But you're not the miss to fix it. Right? So how about you go in there, you say, this is your drama. Now find someone who can actually fix the fucking problem. Pick the squad, build the squad, and then get the fucking and then get the trophies. You know what I mean? Like he's not the guy that hits the nail on the head. He's the one that says we got to use nails.
You know what Arteta proven? He's proven that he is actually an assistant manager. He's a coach. He's not a manager
at this stage, yeah.
He's not a manager. He's an assistant manager. He's a coach, and I think that's his role. And I think it's showing that he can't manage a season. He can manage a squad, a coach squad rather, but he can't manage situations.
This guy couldn't manage
to it's funny you say that because I said this as well months ago to someone, and I said in my local, he's kind of like Don Howe. Now Don Howe, God rest his soul, Don Howe was one of the top coaches ever. He was a coach at Arsenal from 60s, 70s, and then he managed Arsenal between 83 and 86. Now, Don Howe was so good at not just coaching younger players. And as you all know, he brought in the likes. He gave Keown Rocastle, Niall Quinn, Dave Rocastle their debuts. Now, he actually struggled. From what I remember, he struggled in management. Absolutely struggled in management. And then he resigned. He resigned, and then you had Steve Burtonshaw, who was coach. He was just looking after things until George Graham came along. So for me, Arteta is a coach, not a manager. He is a coach, and I find with Don Howe, and Don Howe, it was no surprise that Don Howe came back he was invited back to the club as an Arsenal coach by Graham. It was no surprise, and there is that difference, isn't there? You know, where some people cannot do both, and you get some that can do both. You know, Wenger could do both. Arteta, for me, he's a coach. But I'll tell you what, if we had a top class manager, and Arteta came in as assistant or one of the coaches, there'd be no problems. because we saw how he was under Pep Guardiola. You know what I mean? And I saw how he was, and I looked at it where I don't know if you all saw that Manchester City All or Nothing from years ago when they won. I think they lost. I think that was the time when they won a double.
They won the FA Cup, didn't they?
Was it?
They won the
No,
FA
it
Cup.
was when they won the league. They won the league. It was the season Tottenham. It was 2018, 2019.
Oh yeah.
Where they, I think they won a domestic treble that season. But Tottenham stopped them from doing the quadruple. Would you believe it? Tottenham stopped them from doing the quadruple. So it was that, and the coaching, and Arteta's coaching was actually second to none. You know, love him or hate him, his coaching was something else. You know what I mean? How he was with the players, and yeah. So yeah, I agree. If he was assistant manager and working alongside the top class manager, yeah, I'm all for it. But big up to Akpos as well. You were invited, Akpos, but you were invited, but you're probably busy, my friend. So big up to you. And big up to Pyro Destiny as well.
Travis.
Yeah.
Do you think, though, with Arteta, what you said there, Brenny, he's a head coach, and isn't that what a modern-day manager is? It's not what Graham and Wenger had to do. They had the whole club. There was no directors of football and everything else back then. They done everything. The load has been lightened.
He come in as head coach.
I mean,
and
he's manager now.
Yeah.
They changed
a year or two in, he was then.
Yeah, they changed his job title.
Yeah.
So he did.
You're right, Nick. Yeah. Sorry, Silvan, but you said with no directors of football. What was the other title that was given? Because
technical director.
David Dean. It was a technical director because David Dean. I mean, he'd been at the club since '83, and he was the one who was doing the deals, wasn't he? And bringing
Arsenal
in the
legend.
Yeah. He brought Wenger in.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, he did, and amazing. And I don't know if you all seen David Dean's on YouTube. Did you see? What was it? It was that guy.
There used to be a statue of him at the Emirates.
Yeah, there should be. I mean, he met Wenger in '89.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, he was
a
genius.
You know, that guy. And did you see with David Dean what he said to Ron Notes, who was Crystal Palace chairman at the time, when we wanted Ian Wright? And then he said, and what did Ron Notes say? He said Ron Notes, I think, said like, give me a figure, because he said we're interested in Ian Wright. He said, yeah, give me a figure. That's what Notes said to him, and David Dean said 2.5 million. He goes, yeah, you got it. It's just the way he used to handle business.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just
such a class.
Wow. You know, and how he handled business for Bergkamp as well. Speaking to Inter Milan, I mean, that's just unprecedented, really, isn't it?
My favourite's the Emmanuel Petit one. That's my favourite one.
Oh, you got the taxi ride out of him.
Oh yeah,
that's my favourite one.
Oh dear, but AFC 7-7-70. I mean, I'm very apprehensive about next season. Yeah, you know what? A lot of channel channels have been saying this as these players have been running to the ground. They're going to a World Cup. Expect Rice, Saka, Timber, and Zubimendi to have lengthy injuries best season. Now, I want to ask you all, not those players in particular, but do you not feel that at times, even though he has been injured, do you feel at times when he ducked out of challenges, do you think we haven't seen Martin Odegaard try and get back to his best because he may want to save his best for the World Cup? I mean, what's your take on that? Whoever wants to start.
I believe that and understand it because it's the first time Neuer's been there since how long? He's the captain of the.
I think it's 98, is it?
It's something like that. Yeah, I don't even think it was 98. But yeah, he you can see it, and I don't think he's made a secret of it because he's been obviously looking forward to it. He's going to lead his team, his country, into a World Cup, and I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. And I think you can see that in some performances, and the fact that Arteta then started him against Man City, and he's not really fit, was crazy enough. So, yeah, I agree with you. I think I don't think forward, but yeah, he's definitely trying to save himself for that. And in fact, he shouldn't be starting games.
Yeah, I get it. I get that take if we were 10th in the table and we were out of all the competitions already. But the fact that he's a club captain and we, up until a couple of weeks ago, were on the verge of winning maybe multiple trophies and still top of the league and in the Champions League, I can't understand why that would be his thinking of protecting himself for his country to play in the World Cup. Or you want to play yourself into form first and foremost because he's not done that at all this season. So I get that people are saying that could be a reason, but you've got things to play for. To win, play a big part of, and then take that confidence into your country. With a Champions League winners medal or Premier League winners medal.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
It is weird, and some people are saying the same thing about Saka. Maybe he's managing it because he wants to make sure that he's ready for England. I'm like, you play for Arsenal, get £300 a week. You play for us. Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
Let that take care of itself.
Exactly.
So, I get it. But if I would understand that completely if the season was done, and we had nothing to play for, but we've had everything to play for all season. So I don't get it.
Is this an Arteta problem? Is these players realizing? Well, this guy's running me to the ground here. I'm not going to be fit for the World Cup. And maybe they are doing things like because they know that he's running to the ground. So I don't know. Players should have the responsibility to do what you just said there, 100%. But there's also players' responsibility to look after themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I would say with Odegaard, we've not seen the best of him. Genuinely, we've not seen the best of Odegaard.
You're not going to see any better than this, man. You're not. You're not. I'm sorry, boys. This Odegaard thing, he wants to save himself. Save himself for what? Baby, sweetheart, darling, honey, your virginity is gone. You can't save yourself anymore. You're done. You've had a go. It's over. It's over. You ain't special no more. Yeah, you're done, son. You're done. We know you. You are fucking Aaron Ramsey in disguise, sideways, backwards, motherfucker.
Nah, Ramsey was better. Don't do Ramsey.
Ramsey was shit. Ramsey
was quality, man.
Ramsey
I love Van Ramsey.
You can love him all you want. I love him personally. He's probably a great guy. As a footballer, when I used to watch him, I used to do this. Ramsey got the ball, sideways, backwards pass. $50 on it, boys. No one would bet. What happens? Sideways, backwards pass.
Steve, you forget he broke his leg, man. Come on, stop it.
What do you want me to fucking do about it? They put a cast on it. That's it.
No, I'm not
we probably paid for that. Another broken.
I'll let you do Ramsey.
We're paying for.
I'm not having the Ramsey slander, mate. No, sorry.
When Aaron Ramsey left Arsenal, I rejoiced.
Cup finals, mate. No, he's not.
I rejoiced when Aaron Ramsey left Arsenal because I said, finally, we're going to get a decent midfielder. And now this fucking prick is here. Now, I'll be perfect.
Ramsey now. Would you up right now? Aaron Ramsey or Odegaard? Who are you having? And they're both the primes. Go on.
No, I'd change the formation, play 4-4-2, and not use either one.
You've got to choose one.
Fuck it, I'll play with 10 men. Because that's what I'm doing with either one of them. At least that way I don't give up the ball.
I ain't going to allow you. I want an answer. I'm not letting you get out of this one.
No. Steve-O's like, it's a tie. They both lose.
He's giving me a shotgun and a grenade. And he's saying to me, which one do you want? Either one are going to fuck me up. No, man. No. Sorry, mate.
Listen, all right, we'll leave it to the chat. Chat, tell us, Odegaard or Ramsey? Just give us a word. One word.
Tell us, is this a loaded question? Double-edged sword with cyanide on either side? Come on. No, look, Odegaard.
That's in either direction.
I swear you're fucked looking at that thing. I'll be perfectly honest with you. Odegaard's done. I look at him. He's lost way too much weight. Way too much weight. He has lost easy 5 to 6 kilo, and I would know, right? I would know. He looks lethargic on the ball. He looks weak on the ball. He looks like he hasn't gotten a clue. backwards passing, sideways passing. That's what he does. He's a bare bones number 8. So I think the ship has sailed. Odegaard this season can go fuck himself. I don't want to see him anymore. I'm done with him. He can go. Bye-bye. Nice knowing you. Martinelli, gone. Trossard, gone. It's real easy. Jesus, gone. I don't give a fuck where they go. Just don't be here anymore. See you later. It's really simple. It's called you aren't doing your job, you can leave. That's it. And with Odegaard especially, in a key role, but the only reason he's there is because of the fuckwit manager, who, don't worry, he's going to go with him. They're going to go hand in hand. The Yellow Brick Road style, man. Off you go, man. Wizard of Oz shit. Tin Man and the princess and all that shit. They go together. Now, these guys are all going to go together. The new manager that comes in, I can guarantee you, will not utilize Odegaard in the 10. Won't be. I guarantee you. He doesn't suit. If he keeps him, he'll say, I'm going to try him as an 8. I'll try you as an 8 next to Declan Rice as a 6.
Youth teams.
Well, yeah. But when he realizes that he keeps passing the ball backwards, he's going to say, off you go, and I'm going to bring in a fucking an MLS. I might even fucking put Zubimendi in the fucking 8 because it'll probably be more progressive.
Ethan Ranieri. Anyway.
That's the guy that went to another fucking country to play fucking football, but we're paying him. That's that guy. Yeah, I remember him. He had flash. You know?
Yeah. He scored that scream against City last season. Anyway, let me ask you this question, Steve. As you won't answer the Ramsey Odegaard question.
Question.
Odegaard leaves in the summer. Who is your main number 10? Eze, or are you buying someone else?
Eze.
But you know how? But you know what I want from if Eze will be my 10. Okay. And the only reason he's underperformed is the same reason Gyökeres is underperformed and Saka underperformed.
Yeah.
So Eze can play my 10. Rice will be my 6. I'll try MLS and Zubimendi in the 8 because I don't think Zubimendi can play 6, but I reckon he can play 8.
I think it'd be better.
Yeah, I reckon too. But it means that the left-hand side winger must be different from the right. So that means we need to have a left-hand side winger who'll either cut in or the right-hand side winger who cuts in. That means a Sanchez-style winger, 2-dimension. I don't want run to the post and lob it in.
The left wing because I would only accept Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
We need a marquee signing. He would be it for me.
Yeah, agreed. We won't get him, but
we won't get it.
We need a 7-11
signing on FIFA, but he is the dream.
We need 7-11.
Yeah.
I agree that we need a 7 as well. I do. I think
we need a 7 and an 11.
We
need both sides.
That three-pronged attack. There is we can't make ourselves lopsided on the left by bringing in world class, only to suffer on the right.
Yeah, with Saka fucked up, right? So we need. Unfortunately, we need and I don't care who's watching this. We need a 7 and 11 starting line. Now, Saka, you come back and you play good football. Well, I don't know. You know, shit changes. You know, selection issues. I don't care. But right now, how many goals this season?
The problem is with the
count on one hand.
Yeah, what happens to Max next season?
The problem, the problem I have with the right side is you can have an area that can play there. We've got Max Dowman. We've only just signed Madueke, and Saka's not going to be moved on.
Yeah, but Madueke, let's be honest, Madueke, we signed him.
I know, but I think the reality is, we will not change anything on the right side in the summer. That will stay.
No.
I think the left side is more important.
Yeah,
and more is more. You know, I think we will do that first.
It's more pressing because
you've got
Martinelli. You've got to get both of them out.
You only need 2 players.
Have to go, and I think Trossard's definitely going to go. Martinelli's got to go. But I honestly do think we need that much. But we need 2 left wingers.
I would go a specialist left winger and a winger that can play both sides.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know who that could be because you do get Kvaratskhelia, you do get him, but then who do you get after that?
But that's why they're kind of saying Alvarez because he obviously can play as a forward and he can play off the left as well. He has done that for Atletico, so he would be that secondary option. But you would want to get an elite sort of left winger, a genuine one. But then you'll have Alvarez as the CF, but then also possibly coming in as well. And then you've got that covered. You've got that side covered.
Because Alvarez plays with Sorloth, who is basically a poor Gyökeres.
Yeah.
So that really shows that relationship.
I think
The left back-
I know
the left back-
everyone's thinking about a striker, guys.
I'm good.
The issue isn't our striker. It isn't. I swear to
System.
God, I can put
it's not.
Havertz.
I don't think it is. No,
System.
I agree with you.
Alvarez is going to play 9. You're loading the 9. You're loading the 9. You're loading it. You need a backup 9, all right? And Gyökeres is in a backup 9. I swear to God, guys, the 11 is done. The 11's gone, so we don't have an 11. Your 7 in Saka, the ship has sailed. Max Dowman is not ready to start. He's not. He's a cool story. I swear to God, he's a fucking cool story. He could be the next Wayne Rooney. I don't know. But he's not going to be next season. And I'm pretty sure everyone wants to win next season.
Yep.
You need to come to terms. We all need to, and really come to terms with reality where you need 2 starting players. Only 2 starting players. Really, in my opinion, only 2. And that's a 7 and 11. Ardagula would be great. I would love him to come to fucking Arsenal and play on the wing. Pick a wing. I didn't give a fuck what side he wants to play. Right? I need 2 wingers, and I'm telling you, if you get a 7-11, right, and we change our style so we can actually fucking stretch the defense, you watch and see how many goals Gyökeres scores. He scored goals in this shit team. This guy managed. How the fuck did you manage it, man? Haaland would have struggled. Haaland.
No, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
Swear. I can't believe he did it. But imagine
you know what?
a new 7-11. Fuck me. I'd
still
take Rafinha.
Midfield. I still feel like a Bawadi out in France. He's young, 18. Look him up. He's a quality player.
Yeah.
And I think someone like that, because I think we're hoping on Miles and we're hoping on Ethan, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. So I still think we have to buy with the intention. I still do. And I think we need that engine, that right side engine.
Yeah.
Right, guys, hold on a sec. Now, there's something I just want to go in the chat, and there's something that when we spoke about this, we spoke about before we went on there, and I'm going to start, Steve. I'm going to start with you on this, but you'll know what this is. But I've got a big up Marnie as well, because I've followed him for quite some time, and I love hearing this guy talk, because whenever you see him on streams, hear him talk, he always talks sense. And thank you for subscribing as well. Big up to you, Marnie, as well. So like I said, I always say that if you give a back commenter a good set of tools, he'll still muck it up. That's exactly what's been going on. Been going on for the past season. You know what I mean? Since the FA Cup win, 100%. You know, and yeah, it's just I've been frustrated with it as well, and you know, it's like we've always said, we're always wanting to revert back to type. I just want to transport back to 22, 23, 23, 24 when we was actually playing good football.
Yeah.
And I just feel if we produce some of that in these last 5 games, I think we'll score a lot of goals. But confidence, it's not just easy to get your confidence, in my opinion, you know, straight back up, like with the Newcastle game going along. But Arteta has always been the issue on my Arsenal's one thing. Yeah, Arteta changed from offensive after Saliba got injured and Holding came in April 2023. But you know what, Chris? The following season after that Dubai break, we played probably, I think, the best attacking football under Arteta. Even though we'd lost to Villa at home and we drew with City, we had a crazy run. And even though we lost the league, that's when I said, you know what, I'll give him another year. I'll give him another year, because he showed me something. And would you believe, I don't know if you remember me saying this, but I actually put us down as favourites to win the league in 2024-25. But that's for Steve-O. So I'm excited about the World Cup, Steve-O?
We ain't gonna do shit. Sorry, boys. We ain't gonna do shit. I'll just let you guys know. The Australian squad, if you want to play for Australia, you need to be about 28 years old plus. If you're young, you don't make it.
Oh,
no,
really?
we don't take players. No, that's the way it is in Australia. It's the way it is.
Wow.
I'm telling you, we never allow the young players a chance to get in there and make a difference. It's always like, oh, he's not old enough yet. Well, go fuck yourself. We're not going to do fuck all.
So you bring back Tim Cahill?
Well, mate, to be perfectly honest, if you think about our golden era, was Viduka, Harry Kewell. We had a young Cahill. We had a team that was full of quality players, young players who did the business. We haven't done shit since then. The football in Australia, unfortunately, grassroots football, which I'm involved in, we have to work double, triple time to build these players up so they can get into the NPL, to the national leagues. But the league in Australia, the A-League, is an absolute fucking joke. That's right. This Aussie's telling you the league is shit, and it's shit because we want it that way. Most of our players know shit, boys. I'm so happy when I hear about players not even going out of park football and going overseas, and there's been a few. And a lot of the Serie A teams are coming to Australia and picking up Australian talent. So I'm hopeful in the next maybe 9 years, I'm going to start hearing about players that haven't fucking kicked the ball in the A-League starting to represent Australia. I really want that, because every player that's coming out of the A-League, unfortunately, cool story. Fucking cool story. They'd have a hard time. There'd be a hard time playing against a Premier League team. A very hard time. Sorry, guys. The Australian League, it's been really taken out at the knees, and it's like it was done on purpose. I swear.
I mean, it's working for MLS because there's a lot of Americans now in Italian football and European football. So, and you're seeing an improvement of their team and their ability. So hopefully it works for you guys as well.
Praying, man. I'm praying that when some of these players are out there and they've made names for themselves, regardless of how old they are, the Australian coach can't do shit. You hear me? Popovic, wake the fuck up, you stupid prick. See you in the coffee shop next time. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I'll knock on your door.
If if I'm a player in that squad and we finish second again, I'm definitely questioning the manager.
Absolutely.
I'm going to look around at my teammates to see who is and who isn't reliable. Now, I agree, because I've played in teams before where we had players who were good, and we had some players who were just lazy and just did not want to work at all, and it used to frustrate a lot of us. And one of them was the manager's son. The manager's son, he used to get ahead of me up front. We used to play 4-4-2, and I'm like, really? He wasn't very good, but he's a manager's son, so we had to pick him. And then there were times where everyone was slagging him off because he wasn't putting in the work. And then there were times where I'd come on a sub and I would deliver. So, that didn't happen every game. But then that's one of the reasons why I actually left that club. I was only in my early 20s at the time. But I'll get into the chat as well in due course. I will read all your messages. So big up to yourselves. But Steve, I want to start with you. It was basically this system, which none of us like. What players from you could talk Arsenal legends who played up front, or world-class players of the past or wherever. What players in those eras from decades ago can play in this rigid system right now, in your opinion? And I'm going to ask the whole panel as well.
So in this system, Santi Cazorla, Dennis Bergkamp, Thierry Henry can play in any system. That guy just hears the system anywhere. Robert Pires, maybe he would struggle because he used speed on that wing. Maybe Freddie would be a bit better in this system. But the reason why Cazorla would do the job is because he was very technical. So Arteta, he likes more of his technical players, not his quick players. So Cazorla would be a perfect fit there. Vieira would be good because he'd hold up the midfield and just solidify it. Everybody would take a Vieira in this midfield.
Yeah, even Gilberto, Petit.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. Solid.
Yeah.
Either or. Thierry Henry, because you're not going to get a better number 9. You're not.
He would start deep.
Huh?
He starts deep and just carry the ball.
You carry it. It'd be see you later. It'd be nice knowing you, right? So you look at this midfield, and you'd have your Vieira, your Cazorla, your Bergkamp, your Henry, and now you've got a team that's tactical, that can shoot from outside the box. They've got flair, and then it's about your Freddie maybe a Freddie could do something for me. Yeah, he worked with a bit of speed, but he was good on the ball too. I just think a player like Pires would have a hard time. I think, and this is going to sound like a big move, I think a player like Alexis Sanchez on the left-hand side now, cutting in, would suit.
That's what I was going to say.
I think Sanchez all damn day with that team, it would just be Ljungberg one side, and all of a sudden you get Sanchez cutting in and just saying, yeah, thanks very much. But unfortunately, we don't have a Cazorla. We never replaced him. We never did. We don't have a player like, look, you're never going to find an Iceman. That's gone. A striker like Henry, really? I don't know. A player who can take the ball from his own half, dribble past 4 players, and then score the goal. Not in this day and age. But wingers like Pires and Ljungberg are out there, and Sanchez are out there. A midfielder like Cazorla, hard to replace, is maybe not as strong or as technical on the ball, but half decent. But I think, in my opinion, those would be the players I'd take. I'd be taking, no shit, it'd be Vieira, Gilberto, Cazorla, and Bergkamp in the middle of the park. That's my 3. So forget about the 3 that we've got. I ditch them all. The whole midfield goes in the bin, including Eza, Declan Rice. I couldn't care less. Henry would play up front. And you know what? Sanchez on the left, Ljungberg on the right. And I think, to be perfectly honest, you do that, in this shitty system, you'd get goals. You'd get goals because it would turn into tiki-taka football. Bounce, 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 angle, 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 goal. We'd be passing the ball into the back of the net. Passing it. But we had the money for that quality of player and we didn't buy them. So that's me. I mean, I know it's a big ask, and I think all those players would probably come back to the manager after 2 games and say to him, we need to have a chat. And especially on reason. I said, let me just tell you something. This is fucked, right? Yeah. And I've won more Premier Leagues. Yeah, I've actually won more Premier Leagues than you ever have. So sit the fuck down. Let me take care of these boys. All right, boys, this is what we're doing. You get me a pie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, they're just showing the most popular goal of all time here on Sky Sports News.
Which one?
Us, Michael Thomas's winner in '89. Alan Smith is on. He's probably trying to earwig our conversation. Really, that's why he's looking at me at the TV like poltergeist moment. You know, he's just stick his head out and saying, "Well, why don't you include me in a conversation with your Richard sister?" You know what I mean? That's what he's probably on about. You know, so. But Michael, what about yours, man? What about yours?
Yeah, who'd you go for?
Yeah, I think Steve has pretty much knocked the nail on the head there with all of those. But give me a prime Ashley Cole. On the left. I was
going to say Cole as well. Yeah,
I wanted to, but fuck him.
I know.
Bobby's favorite left back.
I know. But yeah, give me him going down the side. He can go in and out. You know, technically safe on the ball, could do anything. He could shut anybody down as well, defensively. Chuck him in there as well. That would be. He's there's like Steve said, there's players that it doesn't matter what time or what phase or what type of coaching innovations are in. There's some players that can play. Yeah. Absolutely. Regardless, just give them the ball and they'll sort it out. And he's definitely one of those. And you're crying out for Alexis Sanchez on the left hand side. Like Steve said, just that explosive. And the funny thing is, Arteta played with him. How many games did he play with this guy? And saw what he could do, and know that wild card. How many times has he played? With the likes of Wilshere in midfield and seen what he can do. And how many times he played with Cazorla and know what that sort of player can do and the way he can change. It's baffling that he's gone that way when he's seen it with his own eyes, week in, week out, day in, day out on the training ground. What those players can do when they open up the game. So, give me Ashley Cole.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that. I hear you. I mean, he'd be mine. He'd be mine as well. But I'll give up my 2 cents in a bit. But silver one. Any other players that these guys haven't mentioned that would come into this rigid system?
I haven't heard Francis Jeffers. I haven't heard.
Nicholas Bentner, man. What's the matter with you?
Scott Mustafi, Philip Sendros.
Yaya Sanogo.
What about Segan? I reckon he'd be good.
The postman,
Oh,
yeah.
dear.
Who else we got? Did you hear me?
He's an invincible Segan.
But Bobby's favourite player,
Denilson.
Yeah,
Denilson. Yeah. Denilson.
I actually think Christopher Ray would be alright.
Tavernier.
He wasn't bad
Senior
compared
forehead.
to those other forwards we just named.
Yeah. No. Listen, I would only echo what Michael and Steve would have said. So, I mean, I think the ultimate one is Thierry Henry. I would definitely say that. Alexis Sanchez is a fantastic shout. We've got one for you here, Brenny. What about Anders Limper?
Oh, Andreas Limper. He's the one who got me into football. Fuck me. The way he played that ball.
He could play in any rigid system. He could play in Limper on the right or left.
And let's not forget one player that probably suit not just the system. He could break the system. He could play in today's modern game. Is the late great David Rocastle.
Yeah, he could. He could. He's the only attacking midfielder that I've ever seen that could do everything. And he could even play him as a DM if he wanted to, because he was so strong in the tackle. And that's not something that you associate with attacking midfielders.
Absolutely.
And he was strong in the tackle.
That's
so strong.
He could do all that stuff.
He could tackle better than he could tackle better than the attacking midfielders in today's game. That's how good he was. You know.
Well, I thought that was worth a shot.
Fair play. What about you, Nick?
So I'm going to just go a bit further. So I'm thinking the last 5 games, right, guys? Players we could bring in that we could teleport in, because I think most players would struggle with this blasted system.
Yeah.
So I think you're right with the Vieira, that engine in the midfield. It's an area we need to fix. I think Ashley Cole at left back. That's just Henry on the left. I'm going to put Righty as my striker up front, because that guy.
Oh, he could do it.
Left foot, right foot.
Yeah.
However you want it, he's going to give it to you, and he would terrorise these defences. So Righty would be the player that I teleport in. I love Cazorla, the shout for Cazorla. That guy was absolutely magnificent. I like the idea of Alexis Sanchez, because he could play across the front 3. If you had Henry on the left, could you imagine Sanchez on the right? With Righty up front.
Yeah.
We would have won the quadruple. Anyway, but there's 2 other
That's
players.
Another conversation.
Absolutely. There's 2 other players I'd just like to mention. A little bit unconventional at their best, okay? And I think Alexander Hleb was such a good player.
Yeah.
That gets forgotten.
Yeah.
And so I would just like to throw him out there. And on the right-hand side,
Rosicki.
I think he was just born in the wrong era. If he was born now, coming through, we would be mental about him. And that's Theo Walcott. I think
before the injuries. Before his injuries,
prime. And I think because he would tackle, we were on Henry, right? But if you go back and look at Walcott and how he took on his men and beat them and all the rest of it, I remember Chelsea. Do you remember he fell over, got up and carried on running through the defence? That player off the right in this team solves so many problems.
That Newcastle.
He did that a couple of times. Newcastle as well. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, he's a big one for me. But for me, but you know what? But for me, I would mention players that can play in a rigid system. Paul Merson could, because they played in the system that they played in 92, 93 to 95 was so awful, and that was rigid. That was beyond rigid.
Parlour could,
but Ray Parlour could as well. Merson and Alan Smith, I find that he could play in that. He could play in that system if they're playing it now, but I don't think he would get as many goals. And the reason why was because he is the best centre forward I've ever seen. Right, watching Arsenal, who can hold up the ball so easily with his eyes closed.
Yeah,
his first touch was immaculate. You know what I mean? And his second touch was just something else. And he could just hold up the ball so well. He would bring others into play. He would the wingers would benefit from Alan Smith, and wingers would be scoring hatfuls of goals every season, playing in a rigid system like that. You know, and the other one that you mentioned already for me would be Ian Wright.
Oh yeah.
You know, he would definitely be the one. You know, he would be. But I just find that very interesting because, you know, I just find that there was other players that who were world class at Arsenal, but we didn't mention those because it's them types of players that just wouldn't fit in this system.
Absolutely.
But you know, you just know that there are those that are, you know, like warriors that would do. I mean, Michael Thomas, for me, the amount of he was a flair player, brilliant player, but I don't think Michael Thomas would fit in this system. I really don't think he would.
No,
as much as I love the guy, you know, as much as I loved him. No, that was just interesting. But we'll just go back into the chat as well. Like Newcastle, West Ham, and Fulham are the games that will decide our season.
Mm-hmm.
West Ham, you see, with West Ham, I'm praying that they got a really good point yesterday. Just hoping that they just pick up.
Was it a good point?
Some wins. Well, away from home,
really.
Away from home.
Yeah, I think
away from home. If they were at home at Palace, you know what, Silver One, I would have said, you know what, that's just should have been 3 points.
I watched the game. I felt like they could have won it.
Yeah, I agree. But it's another point on the board, and they're all valuable at this stage.
Exactly, and Tottenham right now, because Tottenham aren't going to be happy with that point, because Tottenham their next game is away from home, isn't it? They're away.
Yeah, to be fair, I think they're the worst running. I really do.
I think Tottenham are laughing. Yeah. I think you guys have got it
wrong. They got to wait to Wolves.
You know, next year Tottenham could win the league. What's wrong with you people?
Yeah, I know.
They could win the league the first time they've won it since the 60s.
Championship, the Championship League.
It's still a league. And just like they're champions of Europe with the Europa League. Come on, they are deluded.
It would be really Spursy. Next season,
Championship
would be really Spursy.
But why would you say that, guys?
Spots, didn't they? Next year.
Yeah. Why would you say champions of Europe when it's champions of the Europa League?
Yeah, but it's Spursy, right? So if they win the championship, they won the league. And they've been calling themselves champions of Europe since they won the Europa League. So, mate, it's okay. It's all right, mate.
That Europa League final was the worst final you've ever seen in your life.
Fuck me. That was
quality competition.
It was awful. And do you know what? I was working last night, and I was talking about Brendan Johnson. He must be one of the sporniest players in football. He went for Forest, his big money move to Spurs. He somehow managed to score the winning goal for their first trophy in forever long.
Yeah, and got sold.
He's then jumped to Palace, where Spurs look like they were going down, and he might be winning another trophy at the Conference League. It's mental.
I mean, Ramsdale, Willock, Newcastle, Mavericks, and West Ham, ESR, Leno, and Fulham. I think Iwobi be out due to hamstrings. Yeah, there'll be some former Arsenal players that will be out for blood, I'm sure.
I think our highest game is West Ham away.
Yes.
I agree. That game worries me more than all the games.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, because with Crystal Palace, if they get to a Conference League final, they may already be on the beach in the league. So,
City still haven't had that game scheduled, have they? How on earth did we have?
No, they haven't.
We got ours rescheduled like that. We played before the final, and yet they still haven't had theirs done. What is that about?
I imagine that Palace there will be played just before we play Palace. That's what I reckon. They'll play it then.
If they get to the cup final, that's another game they've got to get shifted as well. So they're going to have a bit of a problem.
Oh, yeah, because the cup finals isn't it earlier this year?
Yes, we played a couple of weeks before the end of the season. So
And that's why you've got City playing Burnley on Wednesday because of their cup semi-final. That's why Chelsea are playing tonight.
Yeah,
against Leeds, and Who else is in?
Come on, the Leeds.
South,
They're playing Leeds twice.
Leeds and Chelsea.
Yeah, they're playing them in the cup as
Oh,
well.
yeah, that's right. They are. Yeah, they're playing them twice.
Yeah.
Leeds all fancy themselves to get to.
They're playing well, Leeds. They're playing well.
Yeah, they are. They will fancy themselves. I hope they do it. I really do. I hope they do it for my mate Roy, who's a big Leeds fan. I think he's got semi-final ticket as well. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean? But yeah, it's I miss David Dean as well. I've always missed him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And that was and do you remember when we used to say that Wenger at times didn't look like he had his heart in it at the Arsenal, and I used to say this, and people say I talk the rubbish, and then when that Wenger documentary came out on Prime, that's exactly what David Dean said. He wanted to go when David Dean left. He said Wenger wanted to go. He said no, Arsene, I want you to stay. I said exactly, and I knew it. You know, you can see it. You know, even when I went to games, you could see his heart wasn't really in it. And then Wenger got the love again, and he still got us 3 FA Cups in his poor seasons.
Yeah,
crazy, absolutely crazy.
No investment.
Cambrai, no way, no way.
I saw that.
No way. She stepped down for Rolls Vice Chairman. Wow, at West Ham. You know what it is, isn't it? That's got to be her husband. Paul Pescasoli must have thought, listen, right, I've been telling you to leave him for years, yeah. And if you don't quit, yeah, I'm going to divorce you. Oh no, please don't, Paul, please don't.
She leaves West Ham to go over to fucking Spurs. Numja.
Yeah.
To ensure the relegation.
Just to make sure they get exactly.
Just to finish him off. Just to
make sure it all works out. The Hammers stay up, Spurs go down. The world is fucking wonderful.
Yeah, she just wants those profits from all those concerts, innit? I'll tell you, man.
We go obligatory 6 points next season if they go down.
I know. And you know what? City gets 6 points.
That's gonna be exactly.
Spurs have worked harder for our title than we have. They've taken more points off City and gave us more.
That's what I'm saying. They took points from City and gave them to us. Yeah. And now it was like the government, right? You know, they tax you on everything. That's what Spurs are doing to City. It's like, sorry, mate, give me those 6 points. Here you go, Arsenal. They're yours.
Big up to you, man. Honey, big up to you, man. Big up to you, man. Love you, guy. Thank you very much. Yeah, and obviously big up to Steve. Yep, I appreciate it, man. Really do. You know what I mean? Let's just go in the chat before I ask a crucial question to the panel. Yeah, that's what we're saying. But I think his mind should be on Arsenal first, and it's like Michael will say, you know what I mean? He just perform, you know, because at the end of the day, if you don't perform for your club, there's no guarantee that you're going to get selected for the World Cup, regardless whether you're captain or not. And that's just with any country, really. Mm-hmm. Unless you're my mum's home country, Grenada, because if you don't perform, you're still going to a World Cup, even if Grenada ever gets there. But I think Grenada will get there probably in the year 2056. But there you go. we're not good. We're not good enough. We're not. I mean, we've got players.
Yeah, James Milner will be there.
Harrod. Yeah. What do you mean?
I got this one, boys.
No, man, he'll be there on this walking stick.
I'll play fucking left back. Let's do this.
No, he'll be in his wheelchair managing the team at 86, mate. Oh,
electric.
Yeah, big up to the chat, man, as well. Nah, big up to you guys, man. You know what I mean? Meet chat again soon. Thank you, man. Appreciate. Disagree on Aaron Ramsey. Him over Oza any day. And without our Welsh wizard, we wouldn't have won those FA Cups. No, Ramsey, man. 2013, 2014, he was definitely our player of the year.
He was the only player we had. So it's not tough competition. Aaron Ramsey next to Santi Cazorla. That's like a Ferrari next to a fucking Fiat. So go there.
Let's just think we had Hector Bellerin as our starting fullback.
Fuck that.
Oh dear. Oh, that model.
Look at him now. He looks like one of them flipping Mexican flipping. Oh, you know I'm going with it.
Ballerina.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just brought up Silver One. You just Silver One. You just brought up Hector Bellerin. So it was you that bought him all the best of Right Said Fred and sent it to his door, yeah.
Hey?
Bought those Right Said Fred albums, innit? Like I'm Too Sexy for
Let's go somewhere, didn't they?
Yeah. You know, he has to, man. But big up to the model that is Bellerin.
What do you know about that?
What's that?
Don't worry about
it. Ghost guard out, put Ezzy in. Big up to Anthony. You know, yeah, I'm a big Eze fan, man. Seriously, Jesus appears at Christmas and disappears at Easter. No pun intended. Oh, Chris, man, you're funny.
If you guys know, but Jesus has got a part-time job as a nurse.
What off you totally. Oh God! What was the point of Norgard signing if you're not going to give him more games? Now, I would give him more games because I don't think he's not finished. He's not finished the football, in my opinion. You know what I mean? He's not finished the football. You know? Yeah, it has to be Eze in the 10. But if Arteta stays, he'll get another one to play there. 100%, he will.
Fuck yeah.
100%. You know what I mean? Big up to DWTT, Gary. Hello. Big up, my friend. Big up.
Big up, Gary.
Hope you're good. God. Yeah, man. Yeah, no, you're welcome, man. Anytime. And you're welcome to come on anytime as well. Everyone's welcome on this channel. No matter and also no matter who you support. Chris Welch, looking forward to seeing you next month, mate, when you got some time. And we can dissect your main man as well, and Slot. I know you're not a big fan, but I do envy the fact that you did win a Premier League title last season, despite what's been going on this season. Grant Cool really sad to see that he's gone out of consciousness.
Another Australian player. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's just fuck this. I'm telling you, man. Australian football, fuck me. If I was running it, it would be so much better.
You should do, man. You should do.
Do it.
Ask you
Vieri brothers.
Vieri brothers. Christian Max.
Nah, I've met a lot of A-League stars like Craig Foster. I've met a few different players. Trying to think. Popovic I've met Mark Bosnich. Mark Bosnich, great fucking guy.
Okay.
Mark Bosnich, top notch. Absolute top notch. Great guy. Mate, the guy's his football brain is like you wouldn't believe, and so approachable. Like seriously, not straightforward. Great guy. Out of all the players I've met, I think Bosnich is the best player I've ever met. Australian footballer.
Wow. Yeah, quality keeper he was.
Fuck yeah, until it all went to shit.
You know, so the football's finished. Yeah. I've got to move, chaps. Need to run an errand. Big up to you all. Let's hope we can try and recover. Yeah, big up to you, Marnie. Thank you for tuning in, man. I appreciate that. Really do. All the best. Righty for Shithousery as well.
Yeah.
Players, be Bob by Righty giving it all game. They would do. He used to, the way he used to have a dig at the centre halves, and I heard at times he would say, oh, how much do you get paid? And you don't get paid as much as me. And he would, just used to wind them up, man. Crazy. Momentum is with City, unfortunately. 100%. Yes, it is. It is indeed. And big up to Zizbra. You're up with the league.
All fucking day.
Seriously, man. Seriously.
All fucking worst watch in the world.
Chelsea Brighton. Oh, it's Chelsea Brighton tonight, not Leeds. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Thanks, Anthony. Check that. Top show, lads. Like, share, subscribe on the way up. People now appreciate you, FC77. Right, I'm going to go. So, Michael, you first, and then just going to go around just to wrap this up. I'm going to ask you all, can we still win the league, even though it is mathematically possible? What's your take on these last 5 league games? Do you think we can still do it?
Yeah, we still can do it, but I think it's going to have to take a change in the mentality of the manager. He needs to let the players go out and be a bit more on the front foot and not this controlling sideways football first 20 minutes against Newcastle. You need to set a standard now, and that starts, Saturday night. It's going to be, the build-up's going to be there, the pressure's going to be there. City, would have won on tomorrow, so we know what the situation is. We can do it. It's just all about mentality now, and I keep going back to this season. The attack has been trash all season long. The attacking unit. We've all said it, and they've got 5 games to try and do something to get themselves over the line. Because there's a stat, apparently Martinelli, Havertz, Odegaard and Madueke combined have scored 5 Premier League goals.
Blimey.
Jeez.
And that's what you're kind of working with. And that's not platforming the centre forward that we've got, who's managed to get 18 goals, in all competitions. So they need to step up. It's on them. It's on them now. We if we're going to win the league, it's going to be on the attack. Because the defence have helped us out, and they've got us out of sticky situations. It's on the attack now, and we can do it. But it's just all about carrying on from Sunday, the positives that we got from Sunday, and putting our chances away. And that's Kai Havertz. He needs to, if Arteta wants to, baby this guy up and everything, well, all right. Play him the last 5 games of the season, and let's see if he can get us over the line, because he hasn't so far. So let's see, if your boy's going to do it for you.
Yeah, no, well said, man. Well said. It's just all we can do is hope, really. Geeks, what about yourself? Can we still do it?
I agree with Mike. I think it is possible, but it's not probable. So if we're talking about the final 5 games of the season, right? And my attitude to that is that winners will win, and that is it. We can sit here and debate it and all the rest of it, but our team are either winners or they're losers. And getting 3 points, and I mean the turgid football of where we don't turn up for a half and we manage the situation, and then try and get a goal from a corner or something like that, will not win this title. So it's now time for men to grow some balls and go out there and impose themselves. It is now time for us to go out there and blow teams off the park. We have got the personnel. He's got the blueprints. Dust them off from a couple of seasons ago. We're playing nobody above 12th. The table doesn't lie at this stage of the season. Why are we making so many teams look good? Because we're not putting the effort in. We're not doing it in the right fashion. All this effort of passing the ball around the back and then passing down the way. No, move with purpose. Play with purpose. Go out there and be direct, because you need goals now. You can't worry about losing. You've got to go out there and bloody score a cricket score every single time and go and have fun, boys. You're playing for the Arsenal in a title chase, and this could end in silverware. Why are you so sad? Why are you whinging and bitching about fatigue? What's the matter with the mentality? Why is the glass always half empty with you boys? Go out there and be bloody winners. Right? Go out there and win. Go out there and play. It is possible to beat all of those teams by 2 goals or more. Let's be honest. It is. And so, but are they going to do it? No. Can they do it? Yes. And where does that fault lie? It lies with the players and how that whole ethos has been developed in the dressing room. And it lies with the manager in this turgid football. They are the masters of their own downfall, but also could be the architects to their success. It stays with them still, because City do have a couple of tricky games and their schedule and all the rest of it. It is possible. They've got Villa last game of the season, who might still be fighting for the Champions League spaces. It's not all done and all the rest of it. Go out there and be the Arsenal. What was Rocastle's famous saying, Brent? Don't forget who you are.
Yeah.
What you represent.
What we represent.
And that's what I'll be drumming into these boys for the last 5 games of the season. You're either whinging losers or you're going to go out there and be champions. Your choice.
I'm just going to say, just before I jump in, before City play, after they play tomorrow, by the time City play the next league game, we could, if we handle our business, we could be 6 points ahead of them by the time they play their next league game after tomorrow night. Because we play, obviously, we go 3 points back ahead of them if we beat Newcastle, and then we've got, is it Fulham? And then they've got their game.
2 home games,
and they're better away. So we've got to make them win it. Over the last couple of years, we've just collapsed and just given it away. We've chucked it away. And it's like, okay, we can focus on the Champions League now. No, we've got to make them. We've got to make them win their last 5 games. You've got to make them win it. We can't just collapse on Saturday and stuff. But it's there. There's a chance to put pressure back on them. It's up to us to deal with the pressure ourselves and win.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. What about yourself, Steve-O?
I think it's done, boys. Look at this team, the way their body language looks, the way they look on the pitch. I hate to say it, they look spent. They really do. They look like they've given up already. And it seems like they don't want to play under pressure. It's the old Conte thing. They don't like to play under pressure. Same thing. Not that they don't care, but they're already in their shell. They've just gotten down, and because the manager isn't changing anything, we're going to stick with the same thing, and they're all sitting there going, fuck me dead, it doesn't work, dude. It's not working. Yep. They're just like, what do you do? Yep, we're gonna fail this season, and we can blame the manager. That looks like the mentality. And to be honest, if that is to happen, the manager is at fault, yes, but the players have to pull their heads out of their asses.
100%.
That's my thoughts. Is it mathematically possible? Yes. Do we have the players? Yeah, we do. But after watching my Bournemouth, I was like, it's done, boys. Oh, we still got it. It's done. That game against Bournemouth, where they fucking capitulated like a bunch of bitches. A bunch of bitches in that game. A lot of them. I just say, how the hell can you guys even walk off the pitch, jump in your cars, drive home, and think you did your fucking business?
Yeah.
And now what? The last 5 games under this much pressure? Look, let's be honest. We're out of the Champions League. Today, tomorrow, we're out. We're fucked. Drop that fucking league now. Let's not make it out like we're going to do anything there, because we ain't doing shit. We're just there to make up numbers. That's all it is. You want to focus on something? Focus on the league. But figure out that you need to win the fucking league on goal difference. Arteta, goal difference, because City aren't going to drop points. So how the fuck are you going to score goals, bitch? How are you going to score when you've got them playing like this? How are you going to score? Now the target is goal difference. Win and goal difference. Let's see what Arteta does for that, because that's his key now. 3 points and to improve his goal difference. Can he do it? Can he get the best out of these players? Let's see. I'm not putting money on it. I wouldn't bet on us to win the league. Not now. Not after Bournemouth.
Yeah, I hear, man. What about yourself, Silver?
I can hear where Steve's coming from. I mean, I was the same after the Bournemouth. I looked at the performance. I looked at the way we were down. I just thought, you know what, that's it. I knew we'd lose to City after that. But before I carry on, I just want people, don't expect anything from Burnley tomorrow, please. Don't
exactly.
Exactly.
I think they've only got 2 points out of them in the last 17 games, or whatever it is. Like,
fuck all's going to happen there.
You can tell us the game. Don't watch the game. Don't watch it.
Absolutely.
This is how they make up the goal difference.
Yeah. Preach, Tone.
I will say this. Don't watch them from now to the end of the season.
Yeah. Don't do it to yourselves.
Let's focus on ourselves. Let's focus. Hopefully the boys do the same. I think City can drop points. I really do. I think the teams they play at the times
there's a draw somewhere.
There could be points there. I look at Bournemouth. I look at there's another one as well. They've got Everton. There's another one because they're chasing Europe.
Yeah.
So they have got some tricky games, and I think they can drop points. But where I think they can drop points, I think we can. Like I said earlier, the West Ham game worries me. Yeah. We should beat Newcastle the way they're playing at the moment, but it's like what Nick said, Michael said. That, we just need to focus on ourselves. just play to score, play to win, and the rest will take care of itself. If we happen to win the league at the end of the season, happy days. The position we're in, we're looking like we're not going to, but if we do, we've got to train ourselves, get the results in, get the goals in. Who knows? Who knows? Stranger things have happened, and I do want Man City to stay in the FA Cup because obviously that's an extra game, isn't it? So
I agree.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
where
totally.
I'm just let's just start with expectations and we'll enjoy the journey. We enjoy the journey, guys. Enjoy the journey.
I said, yeah, I said this journey. It started in December 1886. When it comes to the Arsenal, it's a journey that never ends. But even when you still get trophies along the way, like we had done like many moons ago, and we still continue. We still continue. It's ongoing. Arsenal will still be there long after we're all gone. That's for sure. So, but for me, I think it's done. But just restore a little bit of pride and just win your five games. I don't think we'll score as many goals as City, but just go out there and win your 5 games. But like you said earlier, West Ham worries me. West Ham is the game that worries me. That they will, even if they were, West Ham, even if West Ham were free out of the relegation zone, they were safe. I still think for their fans, it's a derby. They would still give us a game.
Yeah.
They would still give it their all. That concerns me. That is definitely our most difficult fixture out of all the 5 fixtures we got left. But normally, when you've got
teams that have no pressure on them, they do get the best out of them.
Well, they might need to win that game. So the fact that they might need to come out might play into our hands a bit. You've got to hope
we're chasing now as well.
Seem to play a little bit better away from home, a bit more open, a bit better away from home. So the fact that the way it's panning out now, that they will need to get the dream wasn't it, that we would have it out of sight and then we could actually rest the whole team and let them get that result that they need against, so they could send them not down. But obviously now both teams need to win that game. So the fact that they do need to come out and play, a draw's not going to be, you don't think it would be good enough for them. They will need to win, but just win, just beat Newcastle and go.
Absolutely, spot on.
But what would be typical Arsenal? But what would be typical Arsenal? Say for example, we lost say City, for example, City were above us and they just needed to win on Sunday to win the league. And with us 5 games to go, then 6 games. I guarantee you, we'd win all these 5 games with no pressure.
Yeah,
we don't want to play under pressure. That's what it is.
Yeah,
but these players can't expect to go to other clubs if they, in their mind, you're going to go to Madrid and not play under pressure.
They don't need to. They're on a good contract at Arsenal. They're making plenty of money.
It's time to shape up mentally, I think.
Do you know what I'm hoping? Do you know what I'm hoping?
Yeah.
Do you remember the 2012 when Man City won the league? Then they were leading a little bit. Then they had those games like about 5 games away from the end of the season. There's about 3 games where they dropped. I think they lost 2, drew 1.
Yeah.
They drew
including us. We beat them.
We beat them 1-0.
Tony, manifest it. Say it.
Arteta scored the goal.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And they all thought, that's it, title gone.
Yeah.
Went to the last day, and of course, the rest of history. So, and that was their first league title in however long. So, I'm hoping that plays out for us the way it did for them. But I don't know. We'll see. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. It's got to lighten the mood a bit. We've got, I know it's the hope that kills you, but listen.
Steve, trust me on this one. I know for sure. Yeah. Put all your put all your money on 22. It's got to win. Trust me, it's 22. Trust me, and I'm like,
it's going to come in at some point.
22. It's the one. You're like, oh god.
And also, I'm just thinking, what, history could repeat itself with, like last season when we played PSG when they were out of sorts, we beat them at home, and then by the time we got to the semi-final, they sorted themselves out.
Stop it.
And Atletico. Look, we're not beat. For me, my personal opinion. Even if I do a preview, we're not beating Atletico Madrid over 2 legs. I'm sorry,
Nah.
we're not.
Fucking dreaming, mate.
Yeah.
We're not.
This team's built for Europe. I'm telling you.
Nah.
Yeah.
We're just not. I mean, I get what you're saying, Tony, but
especially Premier League teams have won the Champions League. They finished crap in the league and still won the Champions League.
yeah, I mean, we've put. I think we're in the first 8 games. Yeah, I think we performed those first 8 Champions League games, and then we had the Leverkusen. The Leverkusen for me, not the first leg, but the second leg, I thought was a good performance. Out of the last 4 games around the Champions League, that second leg against Leverkusen for me was our best performance out of the 4.
Yeah,
the 2-0 home win. I was against them Sporting. I'm sorry, there should have been a team that you're blowing away. But when we've had the form that we've had, it was no surprise. I was not surprised with those performances, and that's what concerns me. If we go and blitz Newcastle on Saturday, who knows? Psychologically, it may get Atletico thinking, "Oh, okay, you know." But if we scrape a 1-0 win or 2-1 win at Newcastle, Atletico are not going to be shitting bricks.
No.
Or if we draw, so it does concern me, because who would want to get to a Champions League final? We haven't done that in 20 years. We'd love for that to happen. We would love that to happen. But you know what? But all of us on here want. Sorry.
We've been back-to-back semi-finals, so
yeah, no, we haven't been back-to-back semi-finals, but it's not really something that I praise or look at unless we've won it one of those
we
times.
We get through Atletico Madrid of 10, clip it. We're going through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, one of you
I
are
hope
right,
so.
and I'm
I hope
hoping it's Tony. I'm hoping it's Tony.
I'm hoping it's Tony as well. I'm hoping as well. You know what I mean? I really do. I really do.
I'm hoping. I know. I'm knowing. We're getting through Atletico.
I really do.
If we beat Atletico, if we beat Atletico, let's say it happens.
Yeah, we could get back.
Well,
I know where you're going with it. I know what you're saying.
It's all a ruse to beat Bayern. We're just luring him into self-sense of security.
Well, you know about all these red cards and stuff.
Because that's when the real rape will begin. Like that's when we're gonna get fucked royally. Like, it's gonna be like, we're on a Champions League final. It's not so bad. We're getting lubed up.
And then we just sit there.
That's the worry. Yeah.
We're literally gonna get. We're gonna get. It's gonna be a train wreck. It's gonna be fucking horrible.
If we played an English team, I'd be more concerned. We're not playing an English team, so
no, that's the worry. That they could do if we got there. What happened to Inter last season could happen to us. That's the only kind of worry. And it's a one-off game. Yes, it's a one-off game, and you think it can happen, but
no, it could. And it might not.
To win 5-0 in the Champions League final is. I don't think you come back from that.
Look, history, right? And you think it's like it could happen. And I know what you're saying, Tony. It's only a maybe, possible, but let's be honest.
Everything's a maybe. Everything is a maybe.
Yeah, but you know what? When you start doing the equation and the sums, and you're gonna, if you're a betting man,
get to the
Arsenal in the final,
everyone's
they're gonna get raped.
We got Saka back.
Listen, no, there is no. You
Saka
know what,
will come back on crutches, and he'll start him.
No, there is a way.
It's like
there is a way we can get to the
Champions League final. Champions League winner.
There is a way.
What are you going to say?
There is you know what, gents? There is a way. And this has happened. This has kind of happened before, not with finals, but knowing my luck, I've probably got some big family do on, or the missus has probably got a date where there's something that we've got to do on the specific date of the Champions League final. So if something was, if she was to say next week, oh yeah, we've got such and such, oh, we got a birthday party going, we got this to do, we got that to do, and it's, oh, what's the date? And then it's on the Champions League final, and I'll be like, yeah, all right, we'll go. No, in my luck, Arsenal reach the Champions League final, and you're like, oh,
Okay, but you know
What I
what?
say to that,
You did
What a
yourself a
clash,
favour.
what a
You won't have
clash.
to watch us get reamed.
Pulisic.
what I say to that, no, do the opposite. Book it in. That's what I say. Do it. Yeah, book it in. Because if it's going to happen, then cool.
When is the
Mate,
date of that final anyway?
You don't want to watch that game anyway.
It's got to be
Boys, I didn't watch the Man
last
City game.
date.
I
Oh
knew it was
my
gonna happen.
God, it's the doom and gloom.
It's the truth, man. For God's sake, I'm watching us play. Like
Yeah,
even
I
against
know,
Manchester
yeah.
City, everyone's sitting there going, "We played well."
Same
I'm
here.
sorry, guys.
Actually, I
We
agree
didn't.
with you. Yeah,
We
I
didn't.
like-
They
Yeah.
didn't play well. We didn't play well. Both teams were
I'm very
dodgy.
concerned with how we're playing.
And look,
I'm
Man
very
City didn't play
concerned.
good either. Like they, we won. Baby, sweetheart, darling, honey, you didn't play good. You really didn't. You really didn't.
I think,
And if
And
we're
I
being
think
honest,
the Champions League
their
final.
second goal should never have counted anyway. That's right.
Champions League final has got to be the 30th of May, surely. Saturday, 30th of May. It has to be that date.
Yeah.
let
Yeah.
me put that in the calendar.
Wow.
Do
That's
not
gonna be
wake up
interesting.
for that
Well, I
shit.
should make sure Brenny books himself for a dentist appointment or something.
Absolutely.
on a Saturday.
Some places are open. Some places are.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Not 8
Yeah, but probably will end up at in a dentist or something, and the healing will go up, and then I'll let the secret out, accidentally, like in Lethal Weapon 4, and I'll be saying to the missus, yeah, because Arsenal's in the Champions League final. What did you say about the Arsenal? And I'll have just given it away, and then she'll just get mad at me and won't talk to me for the rest of the night.
Let's go. We'll have a barbecue at yours. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll probably work.
All meet in London for a pint.
Isn't it? Well, yeah, that's it. But listen, guys, man, it's been educational. It really has. And look, thank you all for coming on. And we've just gone over 2-hour mark. And big up to everyone in the chat as well. It's been some good therapy. You know what I mean? I've been feeling okay. I mean, I was on Michael's channel yesterday, and there was, it was good. It was really good. Well, thank you for having me on again last night, and it was good. It was good therapy. We were just cool and calm. You know what I mean? Even though we're all boiling inside,
I think what it is that I think most of us pretty much knew that we were going to lose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And isn't it it's a lot easier to digest when it happens. And in the healing process is a lot quicker after the game.
But what angers me, I get you, Silver One, but what angers me, yeah, it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna tell her out, bitch. Enjoy yourself.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I swear. That's right, man.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to do a Dave Chappelle, Rick James voice with the disappointments that we had. Like, look at Brentford, look at Chelsea, 10-man Chelsea. You know what I mean, and all that. Can't beat Bournemouth at home. God damn it. You know what I mean? It's like Liverpool could have scored against Liverpool.
Yeah,
could have scored against Liverpool. You know what I mean? And there's no unity. So yeah, it's
I know there was unity. It's just been stamped on fucking Arteta's forehead.
Forest away. It's just we've had so many bad results. We should be points ahead. We should be 11, 12 points ahead.
Yeah.
It's just wow. But listen, man. But thanks again, man. This has been great, and I just got to say, enough respect to you guys. Love you guys, and listen, but Silver One, man, where can you be found?
You can't find me.
It's good to see you back.
Can't see me.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you having me on. It's been
back on streams always.
It's been good. Things like this does really help, and and to share the screen with you guys. First time with Nick, first time with Michael has been great. Pleasure's been all mine. And you can find me mainly on X at Silver's Segments, where I just chat a load of shit as much as I do here. So,
not at all, man. Not at all.
Thanks everyone.
I mean, you're bantering the Spurs on YouTube, not YouTube. WhatsApp chats have been hilarious. Actually, it's been really funny. But
Trying to lighten the mood,
yeah,
you know.
but, yeah, I know that's the thing. It's just that's why I haven't really been looking for expression videos recently, or not this weekend. I just haven't been, and he cheers me up.
He does.
I think he cheers everyone up. He does. You know what I mean? But
It's the pain. It's visceral
Steve-O,
for him. You can see it.
yeah, he is feeling it. He's feeling it. He's a genuine fan, and he just says things off the cuff, doesn't he? Really, he's like a Richard Pryor, Billy Connolly, man. Just says it off, says things off the cuff, But Steve-O, legend, like you all are in this chat. Where can we find you, man? And thank you for coming on as always.
Oh, cheers, mate. Absolute pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure. Look, you find me on my channel from time to time. So for me, for you, the bell notification needs to be on because I'm the unpredictable Aussie Gooner channel. Unco is the go. So you don't know when I'm going to be on. Neither do I. It just happens, right? And there's a really nice thumbnail usually that follows. That's just me. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure jumping onto this show, jumping onto this channel once again. Hopefully I can do it again next time you're on. It's been shits and gigs.
100%.
It's been shits and gigs.
100%.
Oh, and P.S. I miss Canners.
Yeah. I haven't spoken to in a while. Yeah, that Vincent Price laugh, man, is just legendary from Thriller. That was from Thriller. And by the way, that was the Aussie Gooner advertising the Vincent Price laugh because the Michael Jackson movie is coming out later in the week. So yes. But Geeks, man, thank you for coming on as always. Where can we find you?
Page 12 of Victoria's Secrets. That's me in the phone.
Oh, nice.
I knew it.
Nice. Yeah.
You can't see me, but only the bottom half. But that's definitely me.
Hell. We needed the views, dude. We needed the views.
That's why he's come off camera. It makes sense now.
You guys, Tony, Steve, Mike, Bren, you're four of my favourite people to talk to on the WhatsApps and the Discords. You're great guys. Man. So it's been an absolute joy to kind of talk to you today about the club that we love. Hopefully we get to celebrate something soon. Bren, thanks for having me on, mate. You're a top gooner. If you haven't already, please like, share and subscribe to Bren because he deserves your support. You can hopefully catch me on here in future and the football takeover. I'm just like a rent-a-gooner. I just turn up where I'm needed. So, that's kind of it.
Hey, that's the only thing you do.
Yeah, rent-a-gooner. Just don't call him Mr. Claypole, all right? Big up to you, man. And last but not least, man, Michael, big up to you, man. And thanks for coming on. I think this is probably like your second or your third time on here, I think.
Second, I think. Yeah, second time.
Second time. Wow.
Yeah. Pleasure. Great to come on again. Sorry it's taken so long. Great to chat to you, Tony and Steve-O. Two absolute legends. And like I said, this is an invite. We can sort it out. Love you guys to come on my show and just chew the fat. Whenever you guys want to do it. And obviously Nick as well. Thanks as well, mate. Great chatting to you as always. And you can find me on Arsenal above all, and see how it goes. Trying to keep it level-headed at the moment in terms of what I'm putting out there, but I think the crash out episode is going to be coming. Not on Steve's levels. I don't think anyone can get to Steve's levels, but yeah, it is going to be close to that if the season pans out as the way we kind of think it will. But great to chat to you guys. Really, really appreciate it. I am behind on my errands, but my wife doesn't know that. So all good.
That's cool.
We won't tell her.
That's all good.
No, we won't say nothing.
It's been great chatting to you and getting all your takes and everything and what you're feeling and everything and getting your thoughts and stuff. So great stuff. I really appreciate it. And thanks, Brenny, as well, man, for the invite as always.
No, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. And also if Mikel Arteta, the management, you know, even Josh, Berta, the players, if they're watching the stream right now, let me just turn my body sideways. 2 are still with us, 2 are not. And the 2 that are not with us, who are absolute legends, please go out there and try and win this league for these legends here.
Yeah.
Just that is for you. That is for you lot at Arsenal. Please look at those players there. That was the title in 1991. That's how much it meant to them. Kevin Campbell, Dayro Castle. Please, from above, let's make them proud. Let's do something. We're still we're still in it. So please. Right. Gentlemen, been an absolute pleasure. And I may do something later on, around probably around 10, half 10 later in the week, maybe Friday. Could he maybe do the Newcastle preview Thursday or Friday if you all are free for that. But I'd like to get I'm going to speak to my guy John Sinclair, see if I can get him on, big Geordie, and see if we can do something. So if there's anything, guys, I'll put it in the WhatsApp chats, and then we can sort something out.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Thanks, Brad.
And, Beer Waggle, big up, man. Bro, Aussie Kuna, I'm from Newcastle. Where are you from? Let's
mate,
connect
that's
and watch
awesome.
games together around Sydney.
Well, mate, I'm in Western Sydney, buddy. I'm in Western Sydney. Hey, do yourself a favor. Jump onto Instagram. You'll find me on Instagram. Follow me and message me.
Big up, man.
See,
big up.
This is what we do. We people close together. This is what we do.
What it's about, mate. It's
Exactly.
all good. It's all love.
Oh, love.
Big up to you, man. Big up to you indeed. Right. Well, better go get some lunch now, and my Mark's got to go do his chores and everything else. And this guy's always late for the party. This guy's always late for the party, isn't he? Oh, well, big up to Dermot as well.
There's a reason why he's left it to the end, didn't he? We know what he's done. We know what you do. He's been here the whole time. He's been here the whole time. Yeah. But I'll wait until the end, until I show my face. Yeah. All right, Dermot. Let me see what's going on here.
I'm so down, bro. Mentally ill. Oh yeah. Due to the last 2 results. No, we hear that. But you know what we can do
Don't
is
be down. Be angry. It's better.
Yeah. You know,
just laugh.
Be upset.
Just laugh. If you don't laugh, you cry.
Yeah.
Just laugh.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't laugh. Don't cry. Get even.
Someone was talking about bringing up Arteta banners. And ended up, we could even end up as green as banner. So yeah, that could happen. You know what I mean? Looks like Michael's dropped out. So right, gentlemen, you'll take care and catch up soon. Thank you. Big up to the chat. Take it easy, everybody.
Take care, guys.
Take care.